Good afternoon, sports fans, and thank you for joining us here at beautiful Aloha Stadium tonight, this November 6, 2009, as we get to the finals of the Oahu Interscholastic Association White Division Championship game between the Na'ali'i of Aiea and the Menehune of Moanalua. This is TJ Charisma. I'll be here tonight play-by-play for you, along with my partner, Corey Pagaduan, and Brandon McConnell, our floor director, and our ever great stat man here, Felipe Ohastro. Your thoughts, Mr. Pagaduan?
This should be an awesome matchup. I think we've seen, well, not necessarily we have seen, but sports fans out there have seen this matchup once before this season already with Aiea and Moanalua in regular season. The Na'ali'i, the Menehune won that last matchup 31-14. So, I mean, maybe a precursor of what to see tonight. Although, as I'm told, that Aiea was down one of their defensive backs in that first meeting. Maybe now that he's back, going to turn a new leaf for the team, plus an extra fire in both sides of the field, being this is the White Division championship game.
Most definitely, Corey. Here we take a look at Coach Arnold Martinez out of Moanalua. He brings a 9-1 record to the field tonight. And Aiea was bringing an 8-2 season record, like you said. Only one of those losses came to Aiea earlier. And since then, they've gone undefeated in this OIA Division 2 So, Corey, it looks like I think it's going to be a defensive game here tonight. What about you?
Well, a lot of people are saying, in articles I've read so far here coming up to this week's matchup, everybody's saying it's a defensive bout, be it in this matchup and the following matchup with Kahuku and Lelehua. Everybody says the defensive stand, whoever has the defensive stand is going to win the game. And I do not see that not applying to this matchup here. These two teams, excellent in the scoring division. We have a few more top 10 stats for, I believe it's on the Moanalua side. Aiea, not so many top 10 rankers, but they are there.
Oh, definitely. And, I know you were talking earlier about Lawrence Lagafuaina, who is that player out of Aiea that didn't participate in that first game because of an injury. But he's back, and he's also going to be joined by Api Fomai, who in an earlier article in the Honolulu Advertiser carries a 3.4 grade point average. So not only do we have some great student athletes here, we also have some student athletes with some college potential here tonight.
The crowd starts to wind up here. That means only one thing, the start of battle.
Most definitely here at Aloha Stadium. Thank you for joining us with Aloha Stadium Star Sports tonight. As we get ready for that kickoff, we see Moanalua defending the north end zone, and they will be receiving tonight as Aiea has won the toss. Back deep for the Menehune, we see number 10, Ese Villaver. And the kickoff here by number 14, Nicholas Hiraoka. And here we go. And that kick is put into the end zone, and we've also got some flags on the field.
Officials time.
Is that what I saw? It is an official time there.
So the officials want to take a look at this. One of the Na'ali'i, I think, may have stepped a little too quickly.
And as we wait here for the signal or some indication of what's going on, we do see the ball actually being placed again at the 40-yard line.
That's because the officials did not signal to start play.
So here we go again with Nicholas Hiraoka, a junior split end who also doubles as their kicker. And here we go, and that kick is all the way down, and that's taken down there in the end zone, which will give Moanalua possession at the 20-yard line as we get this game going tonight.
A good foot puts it in the end zone. That's a good start for Aiea, wanting to pin back Moanalua as deep as possible, and that's probably the safest route to go right there, is to make them start on the 20.
Most definitely, and you know, Moanalua is an offensive line anchored there by UH-bound Frank Lloyd, a 6'3", 253-pound senior, and also joined there by Joven Pacheco and Kavika Pieper. Here we go with a quarterback under center. The handoff goes quickly, and it's a fake, and he keeps it himself. Doesn't get much past the line of scrimmage, Corey.
Yeah, nice quick move to the outside, but you know, just didn't fool the Na'ali'i. We had on the defense Chucky Ka'ahanui, excuse me, on the defensive stop of that ball. Just quick moves to the outside and smothers him up.
And indeed, that was Adam Francisco who is leading this Menehune offense tonight. Again, Francisco is down under center with his backs behind him. And a handoff quickly goes there.
Ty Canyon, the ball carrier.
And that was a Tajay Canyon, the ball carrier, picking up about 6 or 7 yards, giving the Menehune a walk up the field.
Also number 56.
Just a quick move right up the center. Look at how quickly the Na'ali'i close up on him and make sure not to let him out. I believe Eric Barayan was in there, as well as Rylan Fonoti.
And that gave Moanalua actually 7 yards, gives them a third and 3. Here we go from about their own 27-yard line. And there's that handoff again to Canyon, who struggles.
Bottom pile for Aiea.
On the defensive side of that play, Douglas Tautua coming in to stop him before he gets the first down. Nice quick move to the right on the inside there. The blockers on the line did a great job at opening up that hole. But when you got Tautua standing in the stance, he's going to hold you back.
And most definitely, that actually gave Moanalua 2 more yards, gives them a 4th and short. And we see number 18, Richard Villasenor, putting that punt up as it takes a Menehune bounce all the way down to about the 6-yard line.
What a nice deep kick.
That was worth 65 yards for the Menehune as Na'ali'i take over at the 6-yard line.
65 yards with no return.
That puts them nice and deep in their own territory. Moanalua happy with that result. That's a nice little side kick that he put out there. I thought maybe we might have seen a little trickeration coming in like Pac-5 does.
Indeed, it was with a 4th and short. I think it was like just about a yard to go for that first down. But we see Na'ali'i starting out here at their 6-yard line. And we see Freddie Talaulu behind the ball. He's got, he's down under center, and he's got trips near the bottom of our field as we go from south to north.
The ball carrier.
And Otto Salausa, the ball carrier there for Na'ali'i.
Man, Salausa came up and he tried to do best as he could with the area that was given to him. On the defensive side, Dimitri Richardson stopping him up, making sure that he did not get out too far.
Ball at their own 9-yard line.
Get a good look at Taliulu.
And Salausa picked up 3 yards, giving the Na'ali'i a 2nd and 7 situation here. As Taliulu again hands off there.
Salausa, the ball carrier.
And Salausa is the ball carrier again. Looks like he picked up about 2 yards for Na'ali'i.
Man, Salausa, once he gets those legs pumping, he ran into a little bit of traffic there, but he just kept those legs moving. Good job at getting those extra yards, and if they're going to pick up 3-4 yards of play, they're going to make their way down the field pretty quick.
Indeed, and they're facing a 3rd and 2 situation at the 14-yard line, Corey. So like you said, chop, 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 3 yards here, 2 yards there, moves them forward down the field as Taliulu again hands off up the middle. And Salausa again the ball carrier for Na'ali'i.
Hey, Salausa almost has enough for a first down depending on where they spot it. Just a nice quick move. It's a beautiful play. And I wanted to know if possibly, you know, we're going to see a lot of the ground football with Aiea. But I wonder if they're ever going to be making these running plays to set up for a pass, because they do set up with wide receivers every play.
And it actually, Corey, did look like they had enough on that one to get a first down. They faced a 1st and 10 at their 16, and here we go up the middle again. Salausa, again the ball carrier. He comes in as a 5'10", 190-pound junior.
Salausa on the stop by Jordan Tanioka.
Pickable 1 yard.
Tanioka doing just a beautiful job at stopping him up. Look at that. Grabs a hold of him on the pads, drops him down.
And Salausa so far tonight, 4 carries for 12 yards. He's also given Na'ali a 2nd and 9 situation at the 17 as we see Tali'ulu under center again. Salausa in the back of him. He's got 2 wide receivers on both sides of him as we get ready for this next one. And again, the ball carrier is Salausa as he goes straight up the middle and picks up about 2 yards for Na'ali'i.
Yeah, once again on the stop is Tanioka, bringing a stop to Salausa's charge down the field. And I'm looking at this, and I was trying to observe the other players from Moanalua. Everybody is converging on that line, so I mean, I bet the Na'ali'i are waiting to see everybody commit to the inside before they go for a pass to the out.
And you know, this first couple series of the game is important if not Menehune is going to adjust their defense. Again, here we see Salausa on a quick pass out, incomplete. His intended receiver there was Alika Okamura.
Okamura was being defended by Xavier Peterson, I believe. Number 8 was standing on him. And like I was just saying, they're waiting for everybody to commit to the inside before they look to the outside for a pass. That time slightly overthrown as we see Uele looking for a pass interference call.
And with that being said, we do see Corey Naiole on a 4th and 6 situation for Na'ali as that punt goes down and is picked up at about their own 44, 43-yard line as Menehune take over. That was a 23-yard punt with no return on the side of the Menehune.
23-yard punt for Aiea.
Just a quick punt. It was a little bit short, I think, for the Na'ali'i's taste. They wanted to put it out a little bit deeper, but it was, wasn't in the cards. It only drops them 23 yards down the field. That's a great field position for Moanalua to get started on their 2nd series.
And it does look like a timeout has been called on the field.
I think just a quick recap of the last touch on the last series that we saw by Aiea. Peterson, I believe, was All-State pick last year.
Indeed, he was, if I recall that right. I don't have everything in front of me, but I'm sure he was. He actually did do some damage last year.
So a little insight into where Peterson is coming from.
Well, also a lot of these, the players on both the Moanalua and Aiea teams have struggled with their teams over the last couple seasons as both programs have looked to rebuild and reload their football teams.
As we get started, as we have a little time to talk about it real quick, I wanted to go back to some of the stats that we have on Moanalua. Tajay Canyon. He is 2nd in the state right now for rushing and 2nd in the state for scoring. His rushing yards, he's got 180 carries with 1,342 yards and 17 TDs.
Most definitely, and Tajay Canyon has been just a workhorse for the Menehune as the Menehune offense comes back on the field. And a pitch out to Canyon as he takes it around to the near side and he heads toward the end zone. And he puts one into the end zone for Na'ali'i. Tajay Canyon with a 43-yard run there for Menehune.
And what were we just talking about? Tajay with all them yards, 2nd in the state in rushing. Quick pitch out to him on the outside, runs down the sideline, bam. 43 yards in the end zone.
We just added 43 yards to that 1,342 that he brought into this game. And as we get ready for that point after kick, we do see number 19, Matt Blakely, doing the kicking duties for the Menehune.
Penalty markers on the play.
We also see some penalty markers on the players. There's
Prior
some
to the
movement
snap,
down there.
Encroachment on the defense. Just have to do the goal. We play the try.
Blakely doesn't need that help for PATs. He's got 34 on the season. We'll see if we get to scratch one more up on there.
And Blakely's kick is up and good. And the Menehune, with 6:24 to go in this first quarter of play, have put 7 on the board. Again, just to recap quickly as we take a look at this replay, Corey.
Well, it's just a nice quick move to the outside. See, there's that pitch. That scoring drive was all of that one play. Travels his 43 yards, only ticked 10 seconds off the clock. Man, Canyon can run. He has proven it throughout the season, and tonight, you know, just showing what he can do.
Most definitely, that was a great ego booster as well for the Menehune as we take a look at Coach Arnold and also Coach John Torres there for the Menehune as they regroup and get ready for this next series.
You know, the Menehune have the advantage here tonight, seeing as they did win in the first meeting between these two teams. Although on the other side, Aiea wants it bad, and they know how Moanalua plays already. So they have made adjustments, I'm sure, in the last 4 weeks. I think it's been since their meeting. So they have anticipated all week on what adjustments needed to be made to their game in order to make themselves a little more appetizing in this matchup.
Definitely, and that was just another look at that that scoring play for Menehune as they last met on October 16th. So it was about 15 or 20 days ago.
3 weeks or so, yeah.
And as we get ready for the Menehune to kick off, we do see one deep there for Aiea. I'm not able to see his number.
It looks like it's 28 back deep. That's Anai Va'a.
Taken by Va'a at the 8-yard line.
And that kick was fielded at about the 12-yard line, and Va'a indeed making it out just short of the 25. So Na'ali'i look like they're going to start at about the 22-yard line.
This is a nice run back, and the extra effort by Va'a. You're going to see him turn to the outside right here, looking for some blocking. Couldn't find any in there. Just working his way with a player attached to his heel.
And still able to pick up a few yards on that kickoff as we get ready with 6:15 to go in this first quarter of play. And Na'ali'i are now on offense here. We do see Freddie Taliula again. Behind there under center. He's got 2 receivers on the top, and he's got 1 down here near to us. As we see the handoff again goes to Salausa.
Man, Salausa was trying his best to get some yards off of that. He's going to pick up about 5, I think. Moanalua's defensive player there is Kainoa Kaho'oloa. Excuse me, Loa'a.
And indeed, Aiea did pick up 5 yards as they take a 2nd and 5 situation on their own 28 out to this next play. And here we see again Taliula down under center, and that pitch out there to Salausa around the far side as Salausa gets out to about the 33-yard line. Might be just short of that Na'ali'i first down.
I think they're probably going to credit him with that first down. Defensively for Moanalua is Daniel Kelai. Or Kelai. On the right spot at the right time to stop him up.
And with that play, Salausa has had 7 carries for 24 yards in this first quarter of play. Here tonight is Na'ali'i again. Taliulu under center with the fake throwing back. And the pitch actually going forward to number 11 there, Matt Fa'alele.
Leading the charge for now Menehune.
Fa'alele just faked everybody out when he grabbed a hold of that. On defense was Daniel Kilaya again. See it right there. Nice big hole was opened up on the left side of the left tackle. Excuse me, left side of the guard.
And actually, that was a 6-yard pickup there for Fa'alele as Na'ali'i now look at a 2nd and 4 on their own 38-yard line.
Back to pass.
As we see, Taliulu's pass is incomplete. His intended receiver there was number 23, Michael Williams.
Williams was being covered by Joel Talaro. Was standing right in front of him, actually in a better position to catch that pass than Williams. Came out a little bit short, maybe a missed route.
And so far, Na'ali'i on 3rd down conversions have gone 1 for 2 as they face yet another 3rd and 4th here with 4:19 remaining in this first quarter of play. And here we see Taliulu again. That pass incomplete to Fa'alele. Oh, excuse me. I stand corrected. That was Michael Williams there on the far side.
Yeah, Williams had his hands up. Ball hit his hands, and he could not come down with it. Luckily, Joel Talaro was there again on his heels right there. Might have contributed to that that drop pass.
And with this 4th and 6 situation, we do see Naiole putting that ball up. The punt goes down to about, they're going to mark it probably about the 19-yard line for Na'ali'i as the Menehune take over with a 41-yard punt there.
And it puts them on puts the Moanalua on that 20-yard line. Well, they've started from this position before, and they went 3 and out that first series from the 20-yard line.
Indeed, Corey, and it gave them that first touchdown here of the evening. And here we see Adam Francisco, their senior 5'10", 215-pound quarterback for Na Menehune with 2 backs behind him. And then handoff again to Tajay Canyon.
Man, Mr. Canyon, he can run, and honestly, it looks like we're going to see a 2-man game here all night. Canyon for Moanalua and Ulu.
Salausa, was there for
Salausa on the Na'ali'i side. And it just might be what we're going to see all night.
And again, the defense coming in here. Canyon so far, 4 carries for 56 yards and 1 touchdown. And again, we do see Adam Francisco back there in shotgun formation here. Looks like he's going to keep it himself. And he does indeed get it out.
Michael Igami stopped by number 43, Douglas.
I think the Igami was in at quarterback at in that series there.
Well, thank you very much. It was indeed Michael Igami, a junior, 5'8", 155-pound wide receiver who doubles as a quarterback. As that was good for 11. Excuse me, that was good for 9 yards, and another Menehune first down at let's see, at their own 24-yard line. And we do see again Adam Francisco back, putting a pass up there in his intended receiver there again, number 2. Michael Igami.
And Igami was right there. If he was probably about 2-3 inches taller, he would have been able to come down with that catch. Unfortunately, could not get up fast enough, or high enough, excuse me, to come down with it. It's a beautiful pass, though.
And he was covered there really tightly there by a Kainoa Raguindin out of Aiea. And please forgive me if I've mispronounced any of these names tonight. They're quite a plethora of our alphabet tonight. As we see Francisco again, this time in shotgun formation. Short, quick pass complete to Tajay Canyon, who picks up a few yards and gets out to the 40-yard line for
On the
Menehune.
tackle for Nali,
I think
number
he's going to pick up,
56.
nice pickup of five or so. Take a look at it one more time.
Third and 5 for
Good little drop back. Left-handed quarterback. I know we hadn't mentioned that yet, but very unusual to see a left-handed quarterback. So it's obviously something to talk about.
Oh, indeed. Not too many in the league this year. But that play actually did give Menehune a 3rd and 5 situation at their own 40 as they continue their march with Adam Francisco again under center. And again, the handoff is to Tajay Canyon, who gets out to just about the 48-yard line. It's enough for a Menehune first down.
Pickup of 8 for Tajay again. On the Aiea side of the ball, Raylan Fanotti again on the stop. If Fanotti wasn't right there in front of him, here he comes. Initial tackle was actually made by Alika Okamura. Excuse me.
On a first down. First and 10 for Moanalua.
And they do actually give Menehune a first down here at their own 48-yard line, again with Francisco shotgun formation and actually keeping it himself, getting out to the Na'ali'i 45-yard line.
Adam Francisco tackled by.
It's like on the bottom of that Aiea pile was Raylan Fanotti again on the stop. Just look at this beautiful play. Nice fake to Canyon. Everyone bites on it. And he's going to move over to the left side. Does get out there enough for about 6 yards, though.
And you know, Corey, with 1 minute, just about 1 minute left to go in this first quarter of play, where our rosters do list Mr. Francisco at 215 pounds, but he does look a little bigger out there as some flags fly. But we do see Tajay Canyon, the ball carrier, there around the far side.
Tajay's got enough for the first down, but there's going to be a penalty on Moanalua. Is going to bring it back.
And let's take a look and wait for referee Vernon Nakamoto's call.
Legal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous clock. Remains second down.
And with that being said, Corey, I'll turn it over to you for this replay.
It was a nice play, but unfortunately all for naught, as that illegal motion negates that run, and he pushes them all the way back to 2nd and 8.
And that'll put the Menehune at about midfield there as we again see Francisco down under center. He's got his 2 running backs.
Penalty markers on the play.
And the penalty markers do come out with 29 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play.
Prior to the snap, false start. On the offense, the 5-yard penalty remains second down.
And with that, that second flag here in this one particular series gives them their
After the
2
5-yard
penalties
walk
tonight
off, it'll be
for
second
10 yards,
and
which is
14
equal to a first
Ball at
down
the
here
45
as
yard.
Menehune now look at a 2nd and 14 situation with 20 seconds to go in this first quarter of play.
And they're going to have to hurry up if they want to get this playoff before the end of the first quarter. 12 on the clock.
And we're showing just under 5 on the game clock as we see a
Francisco's
quick
pass
pass out there
complete.
to Tajay Canyon, who is actually hit behind the line of scrimmage, looking at maybe a 2 or 3 yard loss. As that play does bring us to the end of the first quarter, and that was a loss of 4 yards for Menehune.
So that loss of 4 does push them back deep as the end of the quarter turns.
Loss of 4 on that
Canyon
play.
just couldn't get anywhere with it when you got Aiea stomping all over you. I believe that was Raven Lafua, 6 foot, 295-pound senior, big boy,
And actually,
bearing down on him.
Lafua is indeed a big boy. We've seen him in some other camps and clinics in the off-season, particularly at the Derby O-Line Clinic here as we get ready for the start of the second quarter here tonight. Corey, any thoughts on what we talked about earlier at the beginning of the game as far as what kind of game this is going to be?
You know, I from what I was checking out in the, at the beginning of the game, with things I thought, was going to be a good game. It's proving to be that with only a 7-point game right now. It's a 1-touchdown game. It's very close, very tight matchup. These two teams working it out. So far, Moanalua been more productive on the scoreboard with Canyon's 43-yard touchdown. But don't count out Aiea. Aiea is playing very, very well. It's just they're not getting that break that that Moanalua got in the first quarter. And I believe we will see them get into the end zone here in this quarter, if not once, possibly twice.
And, you know, speaking of that, Corey, Tajay Canyon has had 5 carries for 65 yards, including 1 touchdown here tonight. And just real quickly, Moanalua has picked up 83 yards of total offense. 82 of those came in rushing. On the other side, Aiea has just had 30 yards of total offense, all in the rushing category tonight. As we get ready for the beginning of the second quarter of play here, we do see again Adam Francisco in shotgun formation, and a quick pass up the middle, incomplete to his intended receiver, number 18 for the Menehune, Richard Villasenor.
Oh, I got to talk about Eric Bodian. Bodian was all over him on that hit. We're going to take a look at him right here. Pass over the center, bam. Bodian came from one side and didn't catch who was on the other side, but nice hit.
But that hit actually does give Moanalua a 4th and long here, 4th and 18 at their own 41-yard line as that punt goes up. And it looks like they're going to mark it at about the 23-yard line here with 11:45 to go in this second quarter of play.
Punt traveled 36 yards with no return.
And that punt was good for 36 yards, no return.
Just a nice quick little punt. Moanalua's punting has been not the best so far this evening. He got good distance on that one. He's got a lot of height on his kicks. We want to see what Aiea will do with the ball at this point. I mean, they need to do something right now. They need to get to the end zone. They either need to get a field goal. They got to put points up somehow. Somehow put points up.
Most definitely. You know, with that long hang time, you've got time for your team to actually get down there and defend the ball. As we go back to live action, and we see number 28, Anai Va'a, is the ball carrier for Na'ali'i, who have started at their own 24-yard line.
65, Chris Malakai Park.
Doing his best with what he was given. Take a look at it one more time here. There's no place for him to go. Handoff was quick, nice move. A couple of guys had already broken the line. Not a good position to be in if you're trying to get some yards out there.
Indeed, Corey, and as we look at the clock with 11:06 to go in this first half of play, we do see a quick pass out here to number 11, Matt Fa'alele, as Fa'alele is quickly taken down at about the, looks like they're going to mark it at about the 33-yard line for Na'ali'i.
There's Mr. Jordan Tanioka again on the defensive side. He's a big defensive stance person here for Moanalua. Just a quick pass across the center there, and bam. There's nothing but blue jerseys in the area.
And actually, he did a great job of even catching that ball and picking up the yards that he did, as Na'ali'i now face a 3rd and 1 on their own 33-yard line. And we do see that handoff quickly there to number 28, Anai Va'a for Na'ali'i.
Mr. Va'a got enough yards for the first down. Pushing his way through. On the defensive side is Xavier Peterson again. Peterson, we spoke about earlier. All-state last year player for Moanalua.
And it does look like Mr. Va'a actually, like you said, picked up enough yards for that first down, and it gives Na'ali'i a first down on their own 36-yard line with just under 10 minutes to go here in this second quarter of play. And there's that quick pitch out there to number 4, Otto Salausa, as Salausa makes it up near midfield, and let's see where they're going to mark his forward progress at. And that carry by Salausa was good for 13 yards.
We got to take a look at it one more time here. exploded through the secondary right here. Nice move right there. Gets stopped up once he hits the secondary, excuse me. But man, he got big yardage there for a first down.
And actually, I was just taking a look at our rosters here tonight. Salausa's first name is actually a hyphenated first name, Auto Titan Salausa for Na'ali'i, as we go back to live action as
Loose ball.
Anai Va'a is quickly wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, led there by number 90 for Menehune and Dimitri Richardson.
Man, Richardson quick thinking to get on the ball and turn it over for Moanalua, give them another shot at it. Look at this play right here. Just a little bump right there, boom, quickly in. Dimitri was all over it, giving the Menehune another chance at the end zone.
And it does also look like number 65, Chris Malakai Park, was there to assist for Menehune. And we go back now as Menehune take a 1st and 10 at their own 45. And that hit there, jarred, and that ball is fumbled. And it's quickly picked up and then covered finally by number 66 for Na'ali'i. That being again Raven Lafua, a name that I've heard once more tonight, Corey.
Lafua, man, he was in the right place at the right time. That ball was fumbled more than once on that on that pitch. We're gonna see it right here. We're gonna fake the handoff, boom. First time, went to pick it up, missed it. Second guy reaches in, misses it again. Luckily, the ball kept rolling towards him and landed underneath Mr. Fua.
And Raven Lafua coming in at 6 feet, 295 pounds. He's listed as an offensive lineman here for Menehune. And we do see that 1st and 10 at the Aiea 33-yard line.
Pass intended for Mr. Fa'alele. On the defensive side, I believe, was Lassi Eselu, who was on him from the get-go right there. Just a little bit overpass. We've been noticing that so far this evening, that Taliulu, his arm not quite in the game yet.
And you know that name, Lassi Eselu, that family name Eselu, also a couple years ago we had Savai Eselu out of Moanalua, who went on to play Division 1 ball, as we go back to live action with a pass intercepted there by number 1, Carson Kenchi, as the flags fly near the 15-yard line of Menehune.
That's going to be a late hit personal foul, tack on another 15 yards to that reception. Once you go down, he popped up just to say that he caught the ball and he just got checked.
After the play was over, personal foul on Aiea. 15-yard penalty for the end of the play. First down, Moanalua.
So giving Moanalua a little more space than you need to give him right now. Just look at this. While Taliulu was being held at the ankle, he still fires it off. Maybe not the wisest choice. He couldn't get full extension, I think. And that caused the ball to fall about 7 yards short of his target. And then there, the penalty.
Indeed it was. And here we go back to a 1st and 10 on their own 28, as we see the ball carrier being again number 2, Michael Igami for Menehune.
Also number 66, Api.
On defense, number 66, bringing in his defensive stance, Lafua again.
28-yard line.
And with 8:28 to go in this first half of play, we do see Menehune at their own 28-yard line, looking at a 2nd and 10 situation. And again, here's that fake handoff as Michael Igami gets out to just about the 30-yard line.
Igami tackled by number 99.
Igami had the arm of Jordan Tano, I'm not sure who that was on defense. We'll have to take a look at it one more time here.
Pickup of 2 yards, be third and 8.
Right here as he gets wrapped up. Beautiful job. That's number 99, Agustino Amato.
And Igami tonight, 3 carries for 13 yards. As Menehune face now a 3rd and 8 situation on their own 30-yard line with 7:45 remaining in this first half of play.
Quick substitution for Aiea.
And with that, we see Mr. Francisco hands off, fakes the handoff, and
Francisco
actually
with the ball.
gets a pass off out there. His pass intended for
Francisco's
number
pass.
10,
Francisco
S.A. Villaver.
Pass intended for
I want to. I'd like to tell you who was on defense on that one, but there was nobody there. Villaver was all by himself. The ball had just a little more on it. He might have been able to get under it in time, and he would have been gone. He would have taken that one to the house.
And with that, Moanalua faces a 4th and long with a 4th and 8 on their own 30-yard line, and then average punt and
number 28,
And
Naiva.
Tonight, Moanalua has had 5 punts. And that punt
takes
there
it from
actually
the
fielded at the
25-yard
25-yard line by Aiea. And that was number 28 there again, Mr. Va'a.
Tackled by Moanalua's number 34, Sage Yoshida. And also Ryan
I'm sorry,
Cortez,
net punt
number
was good for
64.
45 yards with a 7-yard return.
That punt traveled 45 yards.
Take a look
with
at him
2-yard
right here.
return.
Just muscling his way as far as he can get it. Getting out 7 yards on that kind of coverage is not bad at all. I just wanted to make a quick correction. We had noticed earlier we were calling number 66 quite often for Aiea. His actually is Api Foumai is playing 66. So we want to give credit to where credit due to the players. So Foumai is number 66 here this evening.
Definitely, and we thank our other pair of eyes up here, Brendan McConnell, not only our floor director tonight, but also keeping us on track, as does our stat man here tonight, Mr. Ohastro.
You know, 7-0, I mean, it seems like it's a very close game, but I'm seeing a lot more momentum on the Moanalua side of the ball, DJ.
We've got a great game going here, 7-16 going, but Moanalua has definitely come into this game wanting to win from the first quarter. They want to play 4 complete quarters, I think, tonight, and they've showed that here as they lead here with 7-0 again with a 7:15 ready left to go in this second quarter of play.
Na'ali gets set.
And we do see that fake handoff there from Francisco
tackle
to
from
number 11,
Fa'alele.
Michael Fa'alele, as Fa'alele picks up enough yards to pick up a first down for Na'ali'i. And it looks like they're going to mark it at about the 41-yard line.
Man, credit Darren Apo. He was in the right place at the right time to stop him up. Otherwise, he could have, he dodged so many tackles right there. Beautiful hole opened up for him. And without that tackle, he might have been gone downfield another 20, 30 yards before anybody else caught up to him.
And Mr. Fa'alele picked up 14 yards there, giving Aiea a 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line with 6:48 to go. And here we see again that handoff quickly going to number 4, Auto Titan Salausa.
Salausa, he's going to be the backbone right now of Aiea. He's the go-to man when they need yards. And he's chipping away at him. He only picked up 2 that time, but man, he just picks up the yards as he goes along. Got 9 carries for 40 yards so far this evening.
And if you'd like a DVD copy of this game, contact Stadium Stars at 486-9511 or go to the Aloha Stadium website at alohastadium.hawaii.gov. As we go back to live action again, we do see Salausa going right up the middle, just short of the first down for Na'ali'i.
Salausa getting almost to midfield. Nice pickup of 7 there. Take a look at him one more time. Just a nice play to the right side. The Aiea line is doing a good job at breaking open the holes to give Salausa somewhere to run.
And with 5:33 to go tonight, Na'ali'i on third down conversions has been 2 of 4. As again, we see Mr. Salausa again there for Na'ali'i, just getting over midfield, picking up a first down.
Lassi Iselu on the defensive side for Moanalua. You're going to see him come in right here. Just a little bit of a head hunting type tackle there. Grabbed him up and almost suplexed him down to the turf.
Now suplex, that's not normally a term I hear in football. I know wrestling, you've got that suplex, but here we go with 5 minutes to go in this first half of play. We do see Mr. France. Nice.
Hey, that's Lassi Iselu again.
And Mr. Taliulu's pass was complete. Did pick up about 4 or 5 yards for Na'ali'i.
I was like, if we see nothing else in this, you're going to watch the lick at the end of this run. Bam! Nice hit. And Mr. Iselu is very happy about it as well.
And Lassi Iselu comes in 6'1", 205-pound senior. As we go back to live action with Mr. Taliulu under center, quickly handing off to Auto Titan Salausa. As Salausa looks like he may have picked up just enough for a first down, or maybe just short of that first down.
I think that might even credit a measure at this point.
And we do see a towel on the field.
No, they're not gonna measure, but it was a nice effort. I think he might have inched a few more, just a little bit more of a reach, and he could have gotten that first down.
I think so, and I think he stretched out his whole frame there, 5'10", as Na'ali'i Taliulu under center again, quickly hands off to number 11, Matt Fa'alele, as Fa'alele gets down inside the 20-yard line for a 17-yard gain. And actually, I stand corrected. They're going to mark it at the 21-yard line for Na'ali'i.
Look at this. Exploded right past the line. Beautiful job. Credit number 30 on the tackle, Darren Apol, for being Johnny on the spot to stop that advancement. Man, if we didn't wrap him up, again, we would have seen somebody go another 20 yards to the house.
And with the game clock showing 3:15 to go in this first half of play, we see the handoff quickly going there to Salausa, again, who doesn't seem to have picked up very much, and maybe actually just beyond the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 1 yard on that play. Aiea needs to, they've got a pretty good momentum going for them right now. They need to continue this momentum and make their way down to the end zone before the end of the half, as the unfortunate part of running the ball so much is it's chewing the clock up very quickly.
Definitely. That was a 9th play of this series by Na'ali'i as they look at a 2nd and 8 situation at the Menehune 19-yard line. And here's that pass out there. Complete to number 6. Again, Kikoa Thompson for Na'ali'i as he gets down inside the 10-yard line.
Okay, Kikoa Thompson with a whole lot of fancy footwork. Jordan Tanioka on the end of that play bringing him down. Watch this fancy footwork. 1, 2 tackles missed. 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally number 7 picks him up, which is Jordan Tanioka, but not before he gets the first down.
And it looks like they're going to mark it at the 9, and Na'ali'i face a 1st and goal from the Menehune 9-yard line. And here's that pitch out there to Auto Titan Salausa as he gets down to inside the 5-yard line.
Salausa might be down to the 4. That's Anthony Lockett stopping Salausa from that advancement. Man, they are so close they can taste it. The clock is still ticking away at just about a minute 30, TJ.
And this one coming up right now, Corey, this is the 11th play of this possession that, if I'm not mistaken, has eaten some valuable time off the clock here for Naali'i as they 1:21 to go in this second quarter of play as the ball is given up the middle to Salausa as he breaks through the pile, and let's see what they're going to signal.
I think they're going to put him at about the yard line.
It does look like it indeed. He gained 4 yards on that, taking Naali'i down to the 1 yard line.
Let's see if we can catch his blocker that came in right in front of him. I think it was 98 right there, and able to give him a little bit of a hole so he could get out there. That's Lawrence Lagafuaina.
And that's at a player that we talked about in the last time they converted on their 3rd down possession. And here we go as we see Naali'i is actually stood up at the goal line by that Menehune defense.
Man, they were watching for him. That wall, just the wall of blue, it's like a wall of water right in front of him, could not get through. Take a look right here. Handoff rolls to the outside and just quickly smothered.
Timeout.
Not
Aiea.
enough protection.
First charge timeout of the half.
And with that being said, Corey, they do take their first charge timeout as we also see a player down on the field. And it does look like it's number 50, Zach Mauga for Naali'i.
Unfortunate to have a player get hurt at this point. His big boy who dropped onto the floor here, 6'3", 275 pounds, and only a sophomore.
And only a sophomore. Well,
Gosh, I hope he gets up because we want to see him play another two more years of football here.
At least 2 quarters and 2 more years is what we like to look at, with 28 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Naali'i have a chance to get up on the board before they go into the locker rooms at the half.
You know, it'd be nice to go into the half tied at 7-all. Would be a great opportunity for the Naali'i, so they could go into the locker room knowing that they can do it. And I guarantee if they go into that locker room tied up, the emotion in the locker room will be a lot more pleasant than if they go in unscored. Although, if they don't score, they are still well within this game.
Oh, definitely. But to have taken that drive, if I'm not mistaken, that drive started down around the 18-yard line. To have marched down the field with 28 seconds left to go. Just real quickly, Salausa has had 16 carries for 65 yards, as we do see Mr. Mauga actually getting up on his own and gingerly walking off the field. It's good to see our athletes there actually being able to get up off the field and exit on their own.
So we'll have to see what happens at this point. We want to see a score. I know Aiea fans want to see something.
And with 28 seconds to go in Aiea with a 4th down situation at the 1 yard line. We do see that ball given there, and let's wait for the signals.
That's a touchdown.
And we do see the ref signaling a touchdown, and if I'm not mistaken, that was Lawrence Lagafuaina.
And, you know, we just talked about Lagafuaina about 2 plays ago. He's the one that led the charge and broke open the space for Salausa to get down to the 1 yard line. This time they give it to him and let him go into the house.
And also, it was also Lagafuaina who did not play in that first meeting on October 16th between these 2 teams, as we see the kick up there by number 14, Nicholas Hiraoka, being signaled as good. And with 21 seconds left to go in this first half of play, the scoreboard now reads 7-7 between the Naali'i of Aiea and the Menehune of Moanalua.
Man, Lagafuaina, there was a couple articles on him earlier this week talking about how great he was and how much he was missed, as you had mentioned, in the first meeting between these 2 teams. He is a very important, integral part of the Aiea Aiea team, or the Aiea family, as they like to be called.
Most definitely, and again, that last play, which resulted in a touchdown by Langafuaina, 6 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. They marched 73 yards in 13 plays and was able to complete that series with a touchdown, which they take 7-7 with 21 seconds left to go in this first half of play. And, you know, we were just talking about the numbers that we had gotten wrong on Langafuaina, and the last play we just saw here on the side, last picture that we saw on the sidelines on the Na'ali'i side was actually Raven Lafua, and he is wearing number 65 tonight, as we just saw a picture of head coach Wendell Say of Aiea. And so, Corey, with 21 seconds left to go, what do you say to your teams when you're in the locker room at the half?
At the half, I'm going to talk about how great they've been playing here in the first half. If I'm on Aiea's side of Aiea's side, I'm talking about how great they've done in the closing minutes of this half. It looks like they may even be setting up at this point for an onside kick. They're going to want another shot at it. Oh no, there they go. They spread out. Oh, they're getting me all excited.
And, you know, as we wait for that kickoff, we do see Hiroka again kicking off at number 2, Michael Igami down deep, and also number 10, S.A. Villaver for Moanalua. And that kick actually goes into the end zone, so it'll bring Menehune out to the 20-yard line. But just a quick note here, Corey. I noticed tonight on the field there are a couple players that have pink shoes on in reference to, if I'm not mistaken, because I had talked to the coaches earlier, Breast Cancer Awareness Month was in October. And I think that's maybe their way of showing that they're supporting breast cancer treatment and research. I also know in last week's Lelehua versus Farrington game, there were quite a few players that also had the pink shoes or the pink laces.
Moanalua, first charge timeout of the half.
And we actually do hear the officials charge Moanalua with a timeout now with 21 seconds to go in this first half of play.
I really don't know what they think they're going to do here. I mean, be it that's their coaching style. I would have thought that Moanalua would have came out here, snapped the ball immediately, went for one running play to see what they could do. And if they got maybe, you know, like 8 or 9 yards, then go ahead and call a timeout, set up for a deep pass of some sort. Or if they didn't get their 8 or 9 yards, just the next play, just take a knee and go to the locker. Or you wouldn't even have to take a knee at that point. Just go to the locker room. But I think they want to make a shot, a profound shot for the end zone. Oh, I've been informed that Moanalua has a special section in their playbook for situations like this called the money play.
The money play. Interesting, as we see Adam Francisco there back in shotgun formation, and a pass again complete to number 10, S.A. Villaver, as we call it again, Corey. The money play. I don't see any flags on the field, and I do see a signal for touchdown there with 10 seconds remaining in this first half of play for Moanalua.
Money. That's what I call a money play.
And actually that pass was good for 80 yards and a touchdown here for Menehune.
Wow. I guess taking that timeout to go over what they were going to do makes a big difference. Moanalua's sideline went nuts.
And I'm wondering, as Matt Blakely puts up the PAT attempt, and it is good, I'm wondering if you couldn't take that money play to the bank.
Oh, I definitely would.
10 seconds left.
Man, and here you thought that at the half we were going to go in tied. It was going to be real even, an even matchup when they come out. And here comes Moanalua throwing up an 80-yard touchdown run. Or touchdown pass.
Touchdown pass, most definitely. We haven't seen too much passing, as we see a student athlete from Moanalua proudly running his blue flag up and down along the Moanalua sidelines here at Aloha Stadium in this first half of OIA Division II White Championship game here.
That's just this is just proving how much Moanalua wants it tonight. They come out here and march just one play, tick 11 seconds off the clock, and just fires it downtown. What a beautiful play. And nobody was there to catch him. Nobody in the vicinity of Villiver.
And actually, we did see Alika Okamura there for Na'ali'i trying to do his defensive best there as a kick is put out there by Menehune, and it is taken at about the 10-yard line, but he's actually pushed back to about the 15-yard line, and that was number 28, Anai Va'a, actually there for Na'ali'i.
Number 16, Clint Winham.
Clint Winham on the stop there. You see him going nuts after that tackle, and that's only going to leave 3 seconds on the clock for Aiea to do something with the ball.
And Va'a actually ran that out for about 11 yards as the officials mark progress to begin at about the 21-yard line for Na'ali'i. As we see Coach Martinez there still shouting encouragement from the sideline.
First and 10, ball at the 21-yard line.
I wonder if they're actually going to try something here or if they're just going to let it go.
Well, Corey, with 3 seconds left to go, we do see that Mr. Taliulu takes the knee, and that actually brings this first half of play between Menehune of Moanalua and Na'ali'i of Aiea to an end here with Menehune up 14-7.
Hey, take a look at Coach Arnold Martinez on the Moanalua side. He was the most ecstatic person on the sideline as they were marching it off into the locker room.
Well, definitely, Corey, and actually we're invite you to join us back for the second half of play here at Aloha Stadium Star Sports as we go into the half. Moanalua 14, Aiea 7. For my floor director, Brandon McConnell, Felipe Ohastro on stats, Corey Pagaduan here on color. I am TJ Charisma. Thank you for joining us, and aloha.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium. Start of the third quarter here for the 2009 OIA White Division Championship. Felipe Ohastro, as always, with me, Brandon McConnell. And Brandon, our score here at the half, Moanalua 14, Aiea 7. Pretty interesting first half.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. Like we were talking about earlier, the Menehune scoring with 21 seconds and we were all grumbling, why are they taking a timeout here? And like you said earlier, it was one of their special plays they were drawing up.
Definitely for those situations. Coach Martinez does a great job of, using every second off that clock to his fullest potential. But Aiea has stuck in the game despite being down here at the half with a strong running game by both Titan Salausa as well as Matt Fa'alele.
Yeah, Salausa has 16 carries for 65 yards, and Matt Fa'alele has 3 for 37. And their quarterback went 3 of 8 for 21 yards. Unfortunately, had 1 pick. He was pressured out and kind of threw it off his back foot. So look for him to get back on track. Talking to Bobby George earlier, he's the offensive coordinator for Aiea in his second year. He said he's going to try and focus on that running game and see what he can get. Look for that play-action pass to happen this second half. He's a good coach, so let's see what's going on with him.
Haven't seen too much of the play action so far in this game as
Freddie
Taliulu is 3 of 8 for 21 yards and an interception. So we'll see if he can improve on those numbers. Remember, Aiea deferred to the second half, so they'll receive here. Aiea 8-2 on the season, 7-2 in the OIA. The head coach, Wendell Say, in his 18th year with the program, and what a professional coach is Wendell Say. Just a consummate professional, talking to him prior to the game. 14-7, off we go with the second half. It's taken at the 15, up to midfield, and that is returned by Anai Va'a, and Va'a will give Aiea a pretty good field position at their own 35-yard line.
That was a nice return, setting up Aiea in a pretty good field position. Anytime you get past the 20, you're in good field position. As you see him receive this kick, and just does great job looking for a seam and finds a seam, and just does a great job on getting yards after he caught the ball.
2 turnovers in that first half for the Na'ali, both a fumble and an interception. Of course, they had a 23-yard punt earlier in the game, which actually set up a 43-yard touchdown run by Canyon.
Yeah, Canyon has 6 rushes, 65 yards, and a TD already off that option play. Look for Moanalua to start running that again.
So Freddie Taliu will go under center. He'll swing it out to Philip Madriaga, and he'll get to the 38-yard line to pick up about 3 yards for Philip.
Yeah, Philip there. Just a kind of a safe play for Freddie to run. Just a little swing out pattern to his slot back. Just trying to break it up for a few yards, and he does. As we look at this replay, just a simple pass. Just a nice little swing pattern to 21, Anthony Lockett.
As Rich Villasenor able to make the tackle, so bring up 2nd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Freddie Taliulu, 66, 121 attempts, 789 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions heading into this game. Taliulu going to load up deep down the sideline. He's got a receiver. It's intercepted one more time. Picked off by Xavier Peterson.
Wow, great job by Xavier Peterson. He's an all-state player coming in from last year. Talking to coaches earlier on the field, they say he's one of their best DBs that he's ever had in this young career of the coach here. As we look at his play, that's Freddie's 2nd interception. Drops back to pass, throws it into double coverage, and he's just playing a center fielder is Xavier, and he makes a nice pick. Too bad his own player kind of makes the tackle on him.
It was intended for Keikoa Thompson on the route. He had 1 catch for 10 yards in that first half. So the Menehune take over on their own 36-yard line. Francisco under center, calling an audible, hoping someone gets in motion, and he sends Igami in motion. A flag is thrown as Francisco keeps it himself, and he's taken down immediately at the line of scrimmage, and the tackle was made by Lawrence Lagafuaina.
Yeah, it's going to be an illegal shift call. Yeah, and that's what it is.
That's a 2nd type of penalty that we've seen from this Moanalua squad. 3 penalties for 15 yards.
Yeah, like we said, all season, penalties will kill your drive.
Verdi Nakamoto the call.
Motion on the offense. Penalty is declared. 2nd down.
No gain on play of the 2nd down and 10. Ball at the
So we'll bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Tajay Canyon with the ball up the middle, and Canyon takes it past the 40 to the 41. Gain of 5 for Tajay.
Yeah, Tajay, like we talked about earlier in the first half, he's a great back. He had a great year for Tajay, did him. He's second in the state among Division II running backs. 17 touchdowns, 1,342 yards in the season, not including this game, obviously.
He's got 18 with that 43-yard run in that first half. 3rd and 5 now. Aiea trying to make a huge stand on defense after giving the ball up. A man moves into the neutral zone. Question is, was he enticed? That was Chad Patolo, 78 for the Na'ali'i.
Yeah, it's going to be on Chad.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense.
Yeah.
The 5-yard penalty, that's enough for a first down.
That killer, because not only is it 5 yards, it's also a first down for the Menehune.
Absolutely, and on 3rd down, defensively, you're looking for that big stop. You know, and you're so aggressive. You want to be so aggressive, but you got to watch that ball. But he'll fix that up. These kids are young and still learning.
So a couple penalties here to start this second half. And Moanalua's on the 40, and another flag is thrown.
Yeah, it's going to come on the left guard from Moanalua.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Second false start for Moanalua.
Yeah, talking to before the game to offensive coordinator Jordan Arnold, he was saying that he was going to spread out this passing game, but it's been all run thus far.
Here's Canyon looking for space, taken down by the Na'ali'i at the 41-yard line. So we'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, as it was Chad Topolo who made the tackle.
And also he was saying that he scripts his first 10 plays, kind of what all offensive coordinators do. And he said he'll adjust to the situation if need be. I had a nice conversation with him earlier this afternoon.
And certainly with this running game, I don't know if we're going to see too much of the passing part, especially it's eating time off the clock, and Moanalua does have a 14-7 lead with 9:04 here in the 3rd. Francisco will go under center in the I formation. Play pass. There's the first one of the game. It's down the middle. He's got Igami at the 20 to the 15-yard line. Gain of 39.
Wow, what a great pass once again by Adam Francisco. He had an 80-yard pass play at the end of the first half, and he comes up with a huge 46-yard pass play. As we look at his replay, and like we said, they're running the ball, that sets up play action, and Adam Francisco finds a wide open receiver. Is Michael Igami, who's a junior, making a great catch, setting him up, right outside the 15.
Big first down for Moanalua. Up the middle, Canyon wrapped up by Patolo.
Canyon, the ball carrier.
And Chad got right off that line and hog-tied Tajay down.
Yeah, that was a great penetration up front, was Aiea, and they brought a blitz from the weak sides. We look at this replay, look at number 5 coming in heavy with a blitz, and 78 Chad Patolo just does a great job wrapping up.
Well, the last meeting between these two teams was October 16. It was 31-14, a Moanalua win. Only difference in this game is this one's for an OIA title. Francisco option right down the middle, and caught for a small gain to Rich Villasenor.
That was beautiful. All set up by the quarterback, Adam Francisco. He has actually 3 options in this kind of play. He has the pitch underneath, he has the keep, or he can pitch backwards. So it all depends on the defensive end. The defensive end is what he's reading on these option plays.
And that's what Coach Martinez really kind of molded into Moanalua. Moanalua didn't used to run the triple offense until Coach Arnold Martinez came in 7 years ago, and with time, it kind of progressed and perfected it and fine-tuned it up, and it's worked so far in this game. However, it's 3rd and 6 for the Menehune. Canyon took the hit, but he throws near side, and they'll mark it as a completion right at the 3-yard line to Rich Villasenor.
Yeah, Rich Villasenor doing everything. He punts. He's a great defensive end, and he's a good tight end, blocking tight end and receiving. As we look at this replay, it's a nice play action pass, fake the draw. Adam Francisco takes the snap and throws it and finds him. And he's lucky he held on to that. He thought it was incomplete.
That was a barely a catch.
Yeah,
too.
it was barely a catch.
However, it turns into a +4 than Menehune. First and goal from the 3. Canyon is the deep back. They'll give it to him. Canyon trying to get in. He'll be stuffed at the 1-yard line.
Well, once again, Aiea getting good push up front.
On the bottom of pile number 56, Eric
And Canyon actually taking on a little stretch play to the left. As we look at this play once again. It's like an ISO play. Got a blocking fullback in there, and Aiea just wrapping him up.
Tajay Canyon, 17 rushes, 87 yards last week against Kalaheo. That game in overtime, a 21-20 win over Kalaheo. He had 2 touchdowns in that one. One from 3 yards, one from 14 yards. Tonight he's got one from 43. Second and goal. Flag thrown.
We got some.
Might get a delay.
No.
Prior to the snap,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
A 5-yard penalty remains second down.
Just took a little too much time with the audible.
Yeah, good job, partner. Good eye.
So it sets up 5 yards back, and will take it to the 6-yard line.
Ball at the 6-yard line.
And they're coming in with a full backfield again, once again, Felipe.
They'll flank out 2 receivers. Igami's at the bottom of the screen. Canyon will dot the I in the formation. The toss back to Canyon. Canyon's got some space to the 5 and got down to the 2-yard line. Make it the 3. It's a gain of 3 for Tajay, as the tackle on the play was made by number 56. That's Eric Badoyan.
Yeah, Eric Badoyan did a great job. Just a toss sweep with number 40 blocking fullback, but he sheds him and makes that tackle. It's a great job defensively for Na'ali'i.
So we'll set up another 3rd and goal here for Moanalua. Chasing Hamasaki, the fullback. The toss to Canyon. Canyon in. Touchdown.
Just the same play, 4-yard run does Canyon, and it's the same play but on the opposite side. Hamasaki doing a great job blocking fullback. He's doing a great job blocking. Is chasing Hamasaki, only a junior, 5'8", 175.
With 5:30 here in the 3rd, Moanalua up 20-7, pending Blakely's point after. And we got another flag.
Well, flags are raining in the second half.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense, half the distance to the goal, retry.
So they'll redo the try, and it looks like it'll be about a 18-yard extra point for Matt Blakely. 5th in specialty scoring in the state with 34 extra points, 2 field goals, 40 total points heading into this game. Blakely down the pipe.
Down the pipe. Blakely.
Moanalua 21, Aiea 7 in the 2009 OIA White Division Championship game.
This is a great job by Na'ali'i as we, the Menehune. As we look at this replay, just another toss out again, and Hamasaki did a great job blocking again. And I've been impressed with the offensive line, even though they're undersized. Felipe, Na'ali'i outweighed him by a lot. They're getting great push up front.
And that's one of the positives that Coach Arnold Martinez talked to us in our pregame interview, that he's most proud of this offensive line, that he's improved along with all his assistant coaches of getting this over the progression of the season. I mean, that offensive line helped him through 2 overtime victories.
Yeah.
One a double overtime against Radford, 34-33, and again last week, as we mentioned, against Kalaheo, 21-20.
And any coach is going to tell you that, and that the battle is truly won up front in the trenches. And offensive linemen usually don't get their name called and, all these great plays, but the plays they do make are so important for offenses.
Still a lot of time for Aiea, however. 4.5 minutes here in the third quarter. It's an Aiea team. Again, 8-2 on the season, 7-2 in the OIA. Lost their last meeting 31-14 to Moanalua. And it's tough starting off that first half when you receive the ball and throwing that interception because it keeps your offense off the field and you can't really get to have time to warm up.
Yeah, exactly. And it keeps your defense on the field too long. You know, time of possession. Moanalua is reigning the time of possession.
So back to receive this one for Aiea will be Va'a, standing at around the 6 and 7 yard line. We'll see what Aiea can do here on their second drive of the second half. Blakely to put it away. So squib kick, Va'a is going to come up with it. He's going to run with about 10 yards of space. Va'a trying to pick up blocks. Does so momentarily and gets to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he does a great job taking this kick near the sideline. Could have went out of bounds, but it, you know, he picked it up here. As you look at this replay, and he breaks it up. Looks like he had some daylight to the bench, and he did go that way. And the Menehune did a good job wrapping up.
Noah Iselu there on the tackle. Brother Lassi Iselu. Of course, brother Savai, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, plays out of California. He's a tight end. So here comes the Na'ali'i back onto the field. Freddie Tali'ulu. Loose ball at the 25-yard line. We'll have to peel the bodies to see who comes up with it. Initially, it looks like Aiea has kept it.
Aiea has the ball, second down.
Crowd tried to get into it to convince the ref that it was not Menehune ball. As we see here on the botched snap. And just a good recovery there by Va'a to hop on it. It'll cost him a yard, though.
Yeah, look for Nali to try and get things going here. So the last thing you want is their defense to come back onto the field.
And they have the weapons to do so here, down 2 touchdowns with 4:36 here in the third.
Waliulu back to pass.
Waliulu shot downfield. It is bobbled. A flag is thrown, intended for Michael Williams.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flag. Let's see. No, I guess not. As we look at this replay, Freddie does a great job, takes a nice 3-step drop, evades one tackler and throws a nice deep route. And just a nice clean play out there, actually, by the Menehune defender.
As Joel Tolaro there was there on the 1-on-1 coverage. So this is the first time we saw this 5 wide receiver set here for the Na'ali'i.
Waliulu back to pass.
Latiulu going to throw right side over a would-be interception.
Yeah, that was a scary pass by Freddie, throwing into double coverage.
Darren Apo almost there on the snatch.
And look at this replay once again. Freddie drops back to pass, and he throws it dangerously. And it looked like 3 Menehune around for Moanalua.
No, it's third down, so we'll bring up a 4th down. The punting unit comes back onto the field for the Na'ali'i. Certainly not the way you would want to start off your second drive as well on a 3-and-out. Igami back to return this one off the punt from Corey Naiole.
Timeout. Aiea. First charge timeout of the second half.
So interesting here. Aiea will take their first timeout here with 4:19 here left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's tough because when you're down by 2 or more touchdowns, you need to throw the ball. There's no way around it because of the time thing, and you just got to get on the board quickly. And Nali's offense, when talking to Bobby George, the offensive coordinator, said they're almost at like a 70-30 run-heavy team because, as you can see, they have some big boys up front. But now what it does, it puts a lot of pressure on your young quarterback to get things done. And they need to score soon with 4 minutes and 19. A lot of time in the game left, but you want to get a score.
Even more pressure in your defense because now they're back on the field after about 45 seconds of game time. So Naole will boot it away. The lefty will boot it near side. Igami calls the fair catch. It hit him, and he scooped it back up. Very fortunate situation there for Michael as it gets to around the 47-yard line. 28 on the punt.
36-yard punt.
Yeah, so Moanalua comes back on the field. Look at this punt. Calls for a fair catch and actually muffs it. Just got a great bounce that it bounced right back up into his hands. He was very lucky. Was Igami.
Now Menehune take over at their own 47-yard line. Started the second half with a touchdown. They lead 21-7 here. They'll fake it to Canyon as Francisco will try to run up with him as Chucky Ka'ahanui will come over and give the shoestring tackle.
Yeah, once again, that's like we said, a three-choice option here. You know, give it to the fullback, keep it, or pitch. Similar to what UH used to run back in the early 90s with Michael Carter, and he was a great one.
Did he run it well or what?
Yeah, he did. This is the same formation.
So if they run the option to the right side, it's Igami right there next to Canyon. They'll give it, they'll fake it to Canyon, and Francisco will keep it again for the second time to the 45-yard line. He'll gain of about 3 yards, close to the first down marker. They'll bring up third and short.
And Francisco is if you look at his body type, he's a perfect, size for that option. He's a big kid and would be able to absorb the hit. As you look, he takes a big hit by number 98.
That's Lawrence Lagafuaina. He's a guy that Aiea surely missed in that last game. He was out due to an ankle injury as we got a player down for the Menehune.
Yeah, he's 6'1", 310, senior. He's a big boy.
Looks like Ryan Cortez, number 64, down for the Menehune. And certainly, he's come. I mean, Lawrence Lagafuaina came in. He had a 1-yard touchdown run. Actually, he only scored for Aiea so far. So certainly Lawrence is his first game back coming out from injury, so he's still trying to feel out the game here.
Oh, I just hope this player just has some cramps. That would be the greatest thing.
See Coach Arno Martinez, an athletic trainer. Tucano.
Kind of looks like it is. Stretching anytime you're pulling back that foot.
21-7 here in the third, 3:19 here to go in the third quarter. Felipe Hostro, Brandon McConnell, and TJ Charisma with us.
It's a beautiful night here in Aloha Stadium.
Yeah, certainly game one of our OIA championship doubleheader in the nightcap. We're going to see Lelehua take on Farrington for the red title.
The two powerhouses matching up. Should be an interesting evening.
Glad to see Ryan is back up and up on the sideline.
So it looks like big number 72 comes into the ball game. 6'3", 303-pound junior is Kavika Piper. And he's going to be at the right tackle position.
So we'll see how Moanalua lines up here on this third and short. Canyon right behind Francisco. To the right of Canyon is Igami. Francisco keeps himself trying to sneak his way for the first down. Close to the marker. He might be about half a yard short, depending on the spot.
He looks a little short. Yeah, as the rain comes down here, Felipe, as you look at this replay, what happened was there's no nose guard over the center. So go ahead and take that yard, but the defensive tackle does a great job crashing the A-gap and making a big hit. And looks like Moanalua is coming out here and they might be punting with 4th and inches.
On their own 45-yard line. Take a timeout.
Timeout. Moanalua.
Moanalua's going to take a timeout. So remember, we saw this situation before when they had it on their own 20-yard line with about 20 seconds left and then called out a money play. This could be another timeout to maybe set up another fake punt or something.
Yeah, absolutely. If not, they're going to come in a full back house and try and run it down your throat, would be my guess.
No surprise about how they're running. It seems that they're running so effectively that 4th and inches should be very easy for them to convert, but they line up in the punting formation temporarily.
You know, once again, I hate to nag on this thought, but, you know, the offensive line being undersized doing such a great job. You know, I like to give some credit to those big boys up front.
Yeah.
They never get their names sung at all.
Yeah.
And me being a big boy, I like big boys too, you know?
Certainly the quarterbacks really get they're on the marquee their name in lights. And certainly the offensive line certainly has done its fair share for this Moanalua squad. 9-0 in conference. The first regular season outright title since 2005. They shared that title with 2 other teams back in 05. This is their second OIA White Championship game. They lost to Radford 4 years ago, 9-7.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming in a punt formation. If I'm Aiea, I'm staying home, man. Whatever you do, you stay home. Lock up on those outside guys and stay home.
So Va'a is back to return this one.
Might be a direct snap. Also to the up man.
As Villasenor will get ready to take this one and punt it away.
Yeah, Villasenor does everything. He's the Renaissance man for the Menehune. Excuse me.
On 4th and short.
Yeah,
They'll fake it, and that's Igami who'll try and take it, and he's very close to the marker again. He might be a half-yard short. So there's another money play that they were working on.
Well, the problem I have with it, if it's 4th and inches, you have a better opportunity for your offense to come onto the field. I mean, everybody in the stands knew a fake was coming, and they should have just lined it up and ran it down their throat is what my guess would have been, but they're definitely short.
As the officials will take a timeout. I don't know if they're going to take time here to measure it.
Yeah, I think they need to measure this.
They're going to try and eyeball it.
They're going to measure this. It all depends on the spot. I mean, he looks short, you know, but we'll see.
As our referee, Vernon Nakamoto, talks with his officiating crew.
Yeah, they're bringing change.
Aia's offense is ready to get back onto the field, and Vernon calls a timeout to measure this. From up here in the booth, they're spotting the ball at around the 44-yard line.
Yeah,
the first down marker is at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it does look like that. Looks like they're still short. It looks like almost a yard short.
Yeah. Of course, the officials are doing the right thing. Just double checking.
Yeah, this is a big game for both squads.
All right,
what's your guess?
I'm going to say it's Aiea ball.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, definitely.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole yard. Wow. Yeah, I say they should have came out with their double tights and run it down.
You might have been right, yeah. It's almost like you're telling the opposing team that you're going to fake it too when you take a timeout in that kind of situation.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you know Aiea is going to be prepared as you take a look there at a Wendell Say.
Yeah, he's got to be happy his offense is back. And they have great starting field position, does it not, Lee?
Aiea from their own 44-yard line. 2:14 here in the third. They're down 2 touchdowns in the 2009 OIA White Championship game. Moanalua 21. Aiea 7. Tali'ulu going to give it inside. The ball's on the ground and recovered by Aiea.
Incomplete pass.
It was a forward pass. It just hit off a receiver. That's the play call there.
Kind of a little shovel pass UH runs. A la Chum Jones right there.
Oh, and here they'll pitch it inside. It was intended for Matt Fa'alele. Just hit him right in the chest and bounced out.
Yeah, Fa'alele seems to be the second back. He had 37 yards at the half, 3 carries.
Second down and 10.
So bring up 2nd and 10 again from the 44-yard line. Tali'ulu on the handoff. He'll give it to Titan Salausa. His first carry of this second half. A gain of about 3, maybe even 4 yards.
Yeah, and Villasenor right there to usher him to the turf. Once again, this kid can play. Look for him to be in the paper, an all-state kid. I would have no doubts that he's an all-state player.
So give him 5 yards on the spot. Brings up another 3rd and 5 here. Aia's really got to get their offense going. But now setting up is Chucky Ka'ahanui. And on the give near side, it's to Fa'alele. Oh, beg your pardon, that's Va'a. As Va'a runs to the near side and gets out of bounds. Again at the first down marker.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get it. Let's look at this replay. Just a fake one way and go the other way. They had twin setbacks in the backfield, and he just steps out of bounds. No, they're actually marking it short.
If anything, this ball is worth measuring.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other one. It's about an eyelash away. It's 4th down, and of course, Aiea is going to go for it.
For quarterback sneak here. No nose guard.
Ka'ahanui under center. Va'a right behind him. He'll give it to Va'a. Va'a stuffed going backwards. He's still on his feet, though. Va'a looking for space. There's a hole in the middle, and he'll get to midfield. Turnover on downs for the Na'ali'i.
Yeah, it's surprising that wasn't a quarterback sneak. As we look at this replay, hands it off 3-4 yards in the backfield. Look at the center. I mean, there's no nose guard playing up there. Look for Bobby George to mark that down in his playbook. But look how elusive he was. Well, that wasn't a penalty right there.
So the ball will be at midfield, and certainly not the way we would want to start this second half.
TV timeout.
Come up on a timeout here once again. And if I'm Moanalua right here, you got momentum back on your side once again. And if I'm the OC right here, I look deep right here. Once again, play action right here and let it go.
So you want to nip this game at the bud?
Absolutely. These are the kind of moments where offensive coordinators are living for. You know, the defense comes up with a big stand, you know, and they go out there and say, hey, you know what, let's press the game button right now. Let's hit that turbo button on that controller, you know, like we're playing Madden here. You know, look for something right here.
Very good turn on him, I'd say, for this OIA White Championship game.
As we see the red trickle in on our far side. Looks like Kahuku will be on that side.
Again, Lelehua and Kahuku coming up in our nightcap for the OIA Red Division title. Those are two teams that have won the last two OIA titles.
Yeah, that should be a doozy. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Certainly we got to finish this one here. 67 seconds here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's a ton of time so on the clock. Lee just got to hold them down here and hope for another possession in the third quarter would be great.
Francisco will come back under center. Tajay Campbell right behind him. We'll move Igami in motion. And they'll give it to Igami on the end around. Igami back in midfield, stuffed. Good tackle there by
Fomai.
Fomai.
We've been calling his name all night. Was our previous announcers. He's a big boy, 6'2", 250. He's a senior, making a great tackle.
So we'll get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And Nali gonna cover one here.
Tahir right behind him. They'll give it to
loose
kept
ball.
to Francisco, and Francisco lost it down the sideline. This could be a return for huge yards. It's popped out again and recovered by Moanalua.
Oh, wow. That ball changed handed twice.
On the recovery for the Menehune.
Oh, wow.
It's been that kind of night.
Yeah, it has. As the rain starts trickling in again, and we watch his replay. It's another option play. Pitches it out last minute, and Igami just coughs it up. Nali scoops it up and looks like he's going to take it. And it's fumbled again and picked up again by the Menehune. While the rain is coming down now here, Felipe.
I'll tell you what, Villiver got very fortunate enough to keep both feet in bounds.
Wow. What an exciting game we have here at Aloha Stadium this evening. You know, and it seems like the mist always comes in. You know, it could be bright 90 degrees. It's bound to happen at Aloha Stadium.
10 seconds here in the third. You know, the only negative of that thing is that play was it's a loss of 36 yards.
Yeah.
Here's Igami trying to reach the corner. Gets to the outside, stayed in bound. I beg your pardon, that is Xavier Thompson, or Peterson rather. As Peterson will get to the, let's see, about the 18-yard line, it seems. Oh, make it the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and Fomai right there again. I'm sure some college people are looking at him. As we look at a nice shot of Xavier there. Xavier, like we said earlier, is an all-state DB, 6 foot, 200 pounds. I mean, that is great size for a DB.
And with that, it'll bring the quarter to the end. So at the end of 3, Moanalua 21, Aiea 7 for the 2009 OIA White Division Championship.
Wow.
Aiea came up strong in that first half too, but the tires have almost fallen off for this Aiea offense.
Yeah, and you look down here, Arnold Martinez, head coach for Moanalua, trying to get the crowd back in. They had a lot to cheer about in this game. You know, 2 huge touchdown plays. One of 80 yards, one 46. They had a lot to cheer about. What a great program he's built here in Salt Lake.
I'll tell you what, Coach R. Martinez, I mean, before he came into the program, Moanalua was not a very passionate football program. I mean, multiple losing seasons in the 90s.
Yeah.
But when Arnold came in, he set a philosophy, and not just to build great players on the field, but great gentlemen off the field. Toss back. Here's Peterson to the 20-yard line. Gain of 6.
Yeah, Eric Bodian making a great tackle coming up from his linebacker position, 6'1", 210 senior. So look at this replay. It's a little toss sweep out there to Xavier. And he has great size and great wheels that he bowls over his own player there. He'll play at the next level.
So we'll bring up another 3rd down. See Adam Francisco. 5 of 16, 77 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception last week against Kalaheo. I formation for Moanalua. Francisco will keep it himself. It's a play pass. That is complete to Villasenor. 1st down at the 28.
Yeah, Villasenor again, once again, making a great play. And all this is set up by that dominant running game. You know, we look at this well-balanced attack, fake the play action and finds him slipping out, does the tight end, Villasenor, and he breaks it up for a 1st down.
And certainly that's what Coach Martinez wanted to do. That's what he said prior to this game. He wanted to spread out that field in those crucial situations, and it paid off right there.
Absolutely.
So set up a 1st down. Peterson right behind Francisco under center. Another play action. Francisco's got it. He's going to float it down the field off the fingertips of Villasenor. That was almost intercepted.
Bartolina with the great coverage out there.
That would have been a huge momentum builder for this Na'ali'i squad.
Yeah, I think he had a pick right there. I've been impressed with Francisco this evening. You know, the times he does throw, he's been on the money, except that last pass there.
I'm telling you, he's fooling us with the play action pass too.
Yeah, he is.
2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Francisco the toss. Here's Canyon. Meets a plethora of green and white jerseys at the 31-yard line. He'll gain a couple. But bring up another 3rd down for Moanalua. 10:25 here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Chad Patolo makes another tackle. Just running this sweep all day long. Does Jordan Honoraround, the OC, offensive coordinator from Moanalua. And like we said earlier, we can do this with a 14-point lead. You want to chew that clock out as we come up on 10 minutes.
So they'll go with Canyon in the backfield in a 4 wide receiver set. Out of the gun from Francisco. Francisco will take a quick drop back down the middle. Almost intercepted. Hit him right in the palms.
Wow, that was dangerous pass by Francisco.
Almost picked off by Eric Badian.
Yeah, Badian, we've been calling his name. He wants that pass back as he comes in the middle linebacker spot. As we look at this, he's just dropping back in a zone. Drops back. Francisco throws and just right into his hands. Wasn't sure who Francisco was going to.
So it's a punting situation, and finally Aiea will get the ball here in the 4th quarter. Va'a standing at the 30 to return this one, and another flag is thrown at the line of scrimmage.
Prior to the snap, Coachman on defense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Bring it 5 yards closer. So set up a 4th and 3. This doesn't look like a money play either. It looks like they're going to go for the punt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Villasenor to punt it away. This kid's got a leg.
Wow.
And he boots it. Look at that one. Caught by Va'a from the 27. Va'a at midfield. Past the 45 to the 47.
And Va'a got some wheels on him, does Felipe.
Good return.
Yeah, great return.
So here comes Aiea, down 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Where does the offense coming from Aiea?
Just gotta throw the rock with 9:36 left. You could mix in a little run, maybe a draw or something, but that punt was 39 yards and 17 returned. But I think you got to open it up with a passing tree if you're Bobby George.
Almost a must-score drive here for the Na'ali'i. As Tali'ulu will come back to man the offense. Well, there's the first throw on this drive, and that is complete on the near side. That is caught by Matt Fa'alele, but he'll gain of about a single yard on that one. The tackle made by Lassie Eselu.
Yeah. Look for them to stretch it out a little bit. If I'm looking at this replay, it looks like that's his first option. Wow. Look for them to stretch it out here.
2nd and 9.
And look for Moanalua to drop back in 2 safeties deep, knowing that they have to throw the ball. So we look at it now.
We go under center. Salausa is right behind him. We'll send a man in motion. It's a play pass for down the field. It is almost caught down the field by Michael Williams. As Tali'ulu tried to hook up with him down the middle of the field, and a heck of a play call there.
Yeah, it was. Just split the safeties right in 2. Did Williams. Just too bad that Freddie just overthrew it a bit. Look at this replay. Put the slot in motion. Keep another back for protection. Throws a nice ball. Just deep ball. It touches his hand, but little overthrown. I'm sure Freddie. Look at that tight spiral. Nice ball by Freddie.
Just out of his reach. As Anthony Lockett was there on the coverage in the secondary. So another 3rd and long here. Flag thrown.
Yeah, it looks like Villasenor jumped off sides.
Moanalua's pointing Na'ali'i's way.
Prior to the snap, false
Oh,
start.
yeah.
On the offense,
Got that right
5-yard
tackle.
penalty, remains 3rd down.
And the hole gets a little deeper for Freddie Tali'ulu. And this Na'ali'i offense.
After the penalty, 3rd and 14, ball at the 43-yard line.
Aiea leads the series against Moanalua, 21-6. Aiea won their very first OIA White Division title back in 2003. Went on to win the D2 title that year over Damien, 9-7.
Let's delay a game here.
Prior to the snap, 5-yard, 3rd down.
Yeah, look for Mr. Martinez to drop his safeties very deep here. Keep everything in front of those sticks.
What does that do for a player when you're in this predicament? I mean, with 2 penalties taking you 10 yards back on a big game in such a big stage.
Yeah, it kills a drive, like we said earlier. You know, in your playbook, just shrinks at this point. Basically, it's just got to go, as we look, 5 receiver set.
Tali'ulu taking a shot downfield. The far sideline, it is a jump ball, but it's caught. It's hauled in. Inside the 20. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson still on his feet.
Wow, what a catch, Felipe. Number 6. Kaikoa Thompson just goes up there and snares the football.
Pick up a 45 yards.
Yeah, it was a great coverage by Moanalua, having a safety and their corner in coverage, and he just out-jumped them. Wow.
And boy, did Aiea need that.
Look at this replay right here. Freddie just steps up, throws a ball deep downfield. into double coverage, and he just wrestles it away from Xavier Peterson.
First down, it's Salausa trying to get to the outside, to the 10-yard line, and the fans on the far sideline are trying to
they're getting
rile
peppy
up
now.
this team, yeah. I'll tell you what, that was an easy ball to catch, too. It wasn't like a tight spiral. It was like a loaf of bread flying up in the air.
It was a quacker. Now, if you're Nali, you need to get out of bounds on any run play or pass play. Look for some sideline routes.
7:43 here in the fourth. Moanalua 21, Aiea 7. Handoff, Va'a, near side to the 8. 1 yard gain. Tackle by Kainoa Kaholoa'a.
And look at this replay. Just a little handoff in the backfield. And he looks for a crease. Moanalua doing a great job closing the gaps. They're a well-coached football team. Both teams are well-coached. A lot of discipline. We haven't seen one personal foul, one unnecessary, roughness or any kind of personal.
So there was one personal foul. It was on Aiea back in the first half.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Other than that, it's been pretty clean. That was way earlier in that first quarter.
Very clean played game, and that reflects coaching. It really does.
So Moanalua will take their second timeout here in the second half. 7:02 here left in the fourth quarter. Felipe Ohastro, Brandon McConnell, TJ Charisma. Glad you could join us here on Aloha Stadium Star Sports. We're in the fourth quarter. Moanalua 21, Aiea 7 for an OIA White Championship for 2009. Moanalua trying to capture an OIA White title. They haven't been in this kind of situation since 2005, where they lost to Radford 9-7.
Yeah, wasn't it 2004 or 2003 that Aiea won the state, right?
That was 2003. In fact, that was the very first OIA White Championship.
Yeah, so they've been on the dance floor before as Wendell, Sai, and crew.
Yeah, Coach Wendell has been in these type of situations. And they're knocking on Moanalua's door right now. Ball's at the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and 1. They can get a first down still.
That's a big down here for Nali. Look for nothing fancy right here. This is 4-down territory anyway.
Both fan bases yelling. Big third down here. Salausa to the outside. Might be a yard short. Depends on the spot.
Yeah, looks like he's short there, Felipe.
Might get half a yard on that one.
Look at this replay in their twin setback. And he takes it up and just a yard short.
Keonika Ulukukui and Kainoa Kaholoa'a.
Ball at the 8-yard line.
So this is the most important down of the game. 6.5 minutes here in the fourth. Tali'ulu's under center. Salausa to the right behind him. They'll give it to Salausa, trying to force his way to the first down marker. Right at the marker. It's going to be close.
Yeah, they might have to even measure this one. This one looks really close. Wow. They're not going to even measure.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's big.
Very big.
The initial call from Vernon was that it's Moanalua's ball.
Yeah, Wendell Sai on the far sideline pleading for at least a measurement. And in this OIA championship game, you got to at least measure this.
I mean, it's a very important game. I mean, it's the last game of the the postseason for these squads. Both of these will be in the state tournament. And most of the coaching staff is on the field at around the 25-yard line right there. And there's Wendell saying, hey, let's at least get a measurement here in this kind of situation.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, another timeout.
Aiea. Second charge timeout.
Oh, Aiea's going to take a timeout
Yeah,
now.
and you know what that timeout was for? To get in the ear of the official. Wendell Say wants some advice here on what went on there. Why wasn't there no measurement?
You see him right there talking with Vernon Nakamoto, our head official for tonight. A lot of close calls so far in this game.
Still pleading his case is Wendell.
More importantly, if you're Aiea, you only have one timeout left, so you can only stop the clock once, and you need to score twice.
Yeah, you do.
Again, it's been that kind of night here in Aloha Stadium.
Yeah, it has.
So Moanalua's offense will march back onto the field.
Look for nothing fancy here, Felipe. Once again, they're going to stick it to the ground.
Yeah, it's run up the clock. Yeah.
Toss sweeps, some stretch plays, ISO, isolation play with the fullback. And sure enough, they're in I formation here coming up.
Hamasaki, the fullback. Canyon will be the tailback. As the conference between Nakamoto and Coach Sei is over. First and 10 for Moanalua. 6:15 here in the fourth. They lead 21-7. Canyon. Tripped up. Gain of a yard.
There, like I said earlier, nothing fancy here. Just a nice little ISO play. Just like a stretch ISO. Look at this play here. Just hands off. Just a simple handoff. Trying to run out this clock. Coming up on 5:50 left on the play clock. Check down the game clock.
2nd and 9. The toss back to Canyon. He's wrapped up in the backfield immediately by a plethora of Aiea players. The tackle initially by Eric Badigan.
Yeah, we've been calling his name all evening.
And Leo Seal, number 44, also got into the mix as well. So it brings up 3rd and 10 after the loss of 1 with 5:17 here in the fourth quarter.
And if you're Moanalua, you know, definitely everyone would think it's a passing down. It definitely is not a passing down. Trying to run this clock out.
Especially when you're up 2 scores.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll milk every second off that play clock. It's at 5 right now. It's at 4. It's at 3 with 4:55 here on the game clock. They get it off at 1. A flag is thrown. The initial appearance is that it was not a delay of game.
Prior to the snap, coachman, flag-out penalty, remains still down.
One of the linemen there got a little hasty. So it brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Moanalua looking like they're setting up in a passing formation. I don't understand this. Maybe they're just running the ball.
Canyon is right behind Francisco, who's out of the gun.
Wow.
They're going to throw it. Francisco, deep down the sideline. It is deflected and incomplete. S.A. Villiver hit him right in the right shoulder, but the coverage was tightly made by Corey Naole. Great job by Corey in that secondary to bat it away.
Yeah, Corey did a great job as we watch this replay. Got good protection up front again from Moanalua. And Adam throws a nice ball, but once again, right there, Corey is to deflect that.
So there's still daylight for this Na'ali'i squad. I'll tell you, a play like that is really such a dagger to your team's morale.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the punt. Straight up. It's not going to reach midfield unless it bounces there. To around the 47-yard line. It's a punt of 34, so Aiea will take over.
Aiea would get good field position in Moanalua territory. Let's see what they can do with it. They definitely need to throw now. A punt was 35 yards for no return. Next to our stat person here, Myron Kamihara.
Aiea will take over at the 46-yard line. 4:21 here.
And Felipe kind of dried up here with just a little blessing here.
It's got to be passed all the way, right?
Oh, absolutely. Has to be. Look for them to be in a 5 wide receiver set, would be my guess.
Freddie Taliulu. 6 feet, 205 pounds, just a junior. As we had a media timeout here with 4:21 here in the fourth.
Yeah, Moanalua just played a solid game on defense and offense. But when you think about it, like I said earlier, they scored 14 points off of quick strikes. You know, that's been a difference thus far. As Aiea is the kind of team, if they have a lead, they're just going to milk the clock with their running game. And, you know, their big boys up front. Moanalua, you know, just hitting them big with 2 strikes that hurt the Na'ali'i.
You know, the effective use of the timeouts that they had at crucial points in the game, and also the play calling by Coach Arnold Martinez and his staff.
Yeah.
Sending up 14 points.
Jordan Arnold did a great job, offensive coordinator from Moanalua, chalking this game out. Talking to him earlier this evening, said the Na'ali'i have a great defense.
But don't wipe away the Na'ali'i yet. Taliulu under center. On the give to Va'a. Va'a's got some space on this near sideline. To the 30, make it the 29-yard line. Gain of 17 for Va'a.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Park with the tackle. And we come up on 4 minutes here. They need to air it out.
This time they'll come out of the gun. Taliulu. Setting up a quick pass. That could be intercepted. Is it? It is. Moanalua's got the ball.
Wow.
At the 35-yard line.
Keenan Johnson coming up with one of his biggest picks of his career. He's a senior, 5'7", 150. You know, playing under these lights for the last couple games here. We look at his play right there. Just a quick out, and he just jumps the route. Does Johnson.
Tell you what, with that might seal the deal.
Yeah, I think it will here. With what do we have? 4 minutes left. 3:57 left on the clock. You know, look for them to run out this clock. Nothing fancy.
Flag thrown again.
Timeout. Moanalua. Third and final charge timeout of the half.
It's the final timeout by the Menehune. With 3:57 here in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you what, this has been a dream season, if you will, for this Moanalua squad.
I mean, when you think about it, they've only lost 16-3 to Mililani, was it? And you know, and that's a top-tier team in the state. I've been very impressed by the coaching. I really have.
And certainly in that game, it was really almost a wake-up call of how much work they need to do. They had 2 turnovers in that Mililani game inside the 20. Worked hard in the offseason. Worked hard in the 2-a-days. Went on to win 9 games straight after that. And approaching their 10th straight win and their first OIA White Division title. Kenyon to the right side. No gain, about 3 or 4 yards. The tackle made by Chad Patolo.
Patolo, a real force on the defensive line. I mean, if I'm guessing, he probably has close to 8-9 tackles already this evening. Some great talent here at the D2 division. I mean, I'm very impressed.
Again, I mean, this isn't the end of Aiea. I mean, Aiea will still be back here for the HHSAA Division II state tournament, as will Moanalua. Francisco out of the gun here on 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself, and he'll tumble back to the line of scrimmage. Might actually gain a yard right there.
I got a player down here, Felipe.
It's an Ali. It's number 98. That's Lawrence Lagofuaina. Remember, he left to injury due to his ankle a couple games ago.
And he pops back up.
Good to see that Lawrence is okay. I know that was really one of the levels of concern to see how his ankle would be. Remember his first game back, coming off of that injury.
Look at the replay. He just kind of twisted it again. Hopefully he'll be all right.
But he's walking gingerly off the field on the top left portion of your screen. So good to see that he's up and about. Brings up a third down. Remember, one timeout for Aiea here in the fourth quarter. Keep to Igami, and Igami's going to get 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and you got a flag here.
Yeah.
It's getting a little chippy now. Anytime you get late into the game, these kids are tired and frustrated, you know, on both sides.
Here's Vernon.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense, 15-yard penalty. I did not for a first down.
And you know, when you look at it, I mean, looking back at it now, I mean, there's still kind of a lot of time here with 2:47 left. It was third down. Would have brought a fourth down, and Moanalua would have to punt it away.
As we look here on top left screen. And you know what? It's always the second guy that gets caught.
Yeah.
That seems to be the golden rule. But that sets up another first down for Moanalua.
Inside Na'ali'i territory at their 43-yard line. It's Francisco to the 31. Gain of 12 for Adam.
Bado in again, once again with another tackle. He's a great linebacker. Look at this, just a read play. Definitely just reading that in again. Once again, he's a Q man. And Adam just breaks it up for a great gain here.
So we'll bring up 1st and 10 here for Moanalua as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Again, Moanalua in the lead, 21-7. Coach Arno Martinez on the near sideline is hyping the Moanalua Ohana in the stands, trying to get them all round up again. Canyon to the right side. Canyon still on his feet. How the heck is he getting all those yards? Wow, to the 25. Gain of 6.
Canyon, good running back here, just keeps his feet. That's the main thing, is when you keep your feet, you pick up those extra couple yards, and that can be vital to a drive.
Max Mayava to make the tackle. And just keep those feet churning. So ball's at the 25-yard line. 75 seconds here in the fourth. Francisco, the handoff. Peterson to the 16-yard line. I'll tell you what, when that clock hits triple zeros, big blue and white on the near side of this press box is going to be rocking.
Absolutely. 1:04 left.
Timeout. Aiea.
But certainly for Aiea, certainly not a reason to hang your head down.
No,
I mean,
absolutely not.
you go to 8-3 on the season, you go 7-3 in the OIA, still have a shot at the state tournament, although the route or the road to there will be a little bit longer. It's definitely something to work on from this game.
Absolutely. It's nice to get the nice seeding, the first #1 seed, in the OIA, because you don't have to travel or, go to someone else's field, but it's still in the realm of possibilities here for Aiea. Their season's not over by any means. Coach Wendell Say will go back to Aiea and draw it up and do a lot of coaching, a lot of more practice coming up, and prepare these boys for the states, which is the ultimate goal. I mean, OIA championship is nice, but it's just your league championship. Your whole goal is winning that state, and winning the OIA championship is very important also, like I said earlier, for seeding. But Nali's still in it.
I'll tell you what, for either of these two teams, when they make it to the state tournament, it's going to have a difficult time going against the teams from Kauai, going against teams from Maui like Lahaina Luna. And, of course, don't forget the team that won last year's Island Division II championship, Iolani.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we haven't seen them for about 3 weeks, right?
And it's Francisco on the keeper. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Final 55 seconds here.
Looks like Coach Arnold Martinez getting in some young boys. Look at this replay. Just a keep. They're just trying to run this out. Looks like we're going to have a couple kneel downs or maybe just one. This game should be over.
So in these final 20 seconds, Moanalua will take a knee.
Francisco takes a knee.
Yeah, no good, Felipe. And you hear the roars to the near side. Big Blue brings home their first OIA championship.
The Triple Zeros, the 2009 OIA White Division champions, are the Moanalua na Menehune.
This great job coaching. And Felipe, we talked about earlier, who do you think the game ball is going to on Aiea side of the ball?
On Aiea side of the ball, I mean, I guess you got to give it to Salausa. I mean, Salausa did a tremendous job with the running game. Yeah. Of course, we can't forget that big play by Kekoa Thompson on that wild catch.
Yeah,
he played a big part. Unfortunately, Aiea couldn't capitalize on it.
Jubilation here to the near sideline as the trophies walked out to the field. My game ball for Moanalua goes to the game management of Adam Francisco. Played a great game, tossed a couple touchdowns, did a great job, no interceptions, threw for good yardage. He was just a nice field general. Did a great job, in this last quarter, getting the clock down and, managing the clock is so important as a quarterback, looking at the game clock and, the play clock, and that's who my game ball goes to.
I'll tell you what, back in 2005 when this Moanalua team went to the OIA White Championship against Radford and lost 9-7, it was a very difficult thing for everyone to take. The community of Salt Lake, Moanalua High School, the coaching staff, Arnold Martinez, and the players there, a couple of players on that squad, Tim Guting, John Estores, as well as J.D. Baba. Both were all-stars back in 2005. They were on that 05 team, and now they're coaching on this 2009 squad, so you know that they're going to feel a little jubilatious, if you will, after winning this 09 title in the White Division. So certainly, a game I would go with you with Adam Francisco. The play calling and, I think the ability to take advantage of the mistakes that Aiea made in the earlier game. Certainly has been proven to of what this Moanalua squad has done over the last 3 or 4 months or so.
Yeah, it's a great job. Coach Martinez, jacking up the troops again. Great job by coaching.
Certainly the good show of sportsmanship by both squads. Meeting at midfield, and Moanalua again, they won 10 straight since their loss back in August 14 to Mililani 16-3. How great of a coaching staff is this Moanalua team?
Oh man, if you're the principal and you're the athletic director, you gotta be pleased with the gentleman that's in charge of this squad. Very impressive, very impressive.
I'll tell you what, one of the mottos, actually the motto that Arnold Martinez kind of instilled into this program is make big plays, and boy, they did in this title game tonight.
Yeah, they did.
So Moanalua, your 2009 OIA White Division champions. Moanalua wins 21-7. It took them 2 tries, but they got in the second time here in 2009. Stay tuned. Game 2 of our doubleheader. It's for the OIA Red Division title. It is Lelehua and it is Kahuku, the last 2 OIA champions battling out for 2009. For TJ Charisma, Brandon McConnell, and the terrific women and men of our Jumbotron crew, Felipe Hostro saying, take care and aloha.